everybody, my name is Ryunn Eldred and welcome to Alan Wake 2. Now, if you guys have missed anything in the Alan Wake saga, I highly recommend you check everything out at the in-screen annotations. The bottom left will take you to Alan Wake's Remaster, the upper left will take you to the Alan Wake American Nightmare, and the upper right will take you to the spin-off game Control that I am live streaming in tandem with recording this game. They're going to give us a little recap. I'm very familiar with the story, but for some of you guys out here, it would be nice to have a little recap.
Back to the beginning. We all come to a story with hopes and expectations, looking for an answer. Sometimes it would be better to live with that hope without ever knowing the full story.
Is that Cauldron Lake? No.
In a horror story, there are only victims and monsters. And the trick is not to end up as either. But trapped by the genre, we are all ripped to pieces along the way. This is not the story I hoped it would be. This is not the ending I wanted. This story will eat us alive. This story is a monster. And monsters wear many faces. Beautiful, not the naked man, but the landscape. The landscape's very beautiful. Alright, if we know one thing about the Alan Wake games,
we should go.
Hey!
Where'd it go?
Help? Guys? I washed up ashore with no clothes on? One would assume I go this way. But I don't. Am I Paul Giamatti? I feel like I'd be Paul Giamatti at this point. I do not like the whispering. Hello? What's really eerie about this is this does feel like one of my waking nightmares. I'm very sure I've had a dream similar to this not that long ago. Oh my Jesus Christ. Well, Mark, 2 jump scares. Wait. Am I an old Alan in the darkness? I can't help, I'm still staring at my own ass. Oh god, they're giving me the option to sprint, which usually means I'm being chased. Hello? Oh, lovely. still have no idea if I'm running. Nothing's coming. Leave me alone. I don't want to do this. I ain't got no flashlight. Save me. I could have went elsewhere. I didn't know if I could jump over a tree or anything, but that was interesting.
Hey, kiddo. How are you?
I'm good, Mom. How are you?
This trip might take a little longer than I thought. I'm sorry I've been gone so much lately, Logan.
Oh my god, Mom, it's not your fault people get all murdery. What happened?
Just work stuff.
Right. Well, Dad and I are just watching the latest episode of Night Springs here. Mom, it's so good.
No spoilers! I'll let you get back to the show. You were supposed to wait and watch with me. I love you both.
This is what happens when you go on work trips, Mom. Love you too. And say hi to Casey. Tell him to stop brooding so much.
Logan? I will.
Cauldron Lake.
Bye, kiddo.
Hey.
Logan thinks you should try cheering up.
Snarky kid. Wonder where she gets that from.
Synchronized coffee drinking.
It can't be a coincidence that another body turns up just as we arrive in town. Feels like the killer's leaving us a message.
I'm glad you're on this case with me, Anderson. It's right up your alley. You should take lead. Think of me as the backup.
Okay. Any words of advice?
Nothing that would cheer anyone up.
I was about to say the other officer in the vehicle looks like Sam Lake a little bit.
Here we are. Cauldron Lake.
Time to get to work. A deputy was supposed to be here to show us to the crime scene. There's the car, so where's the deputy?
Eaten by a bear? I'll check out that map.
Return 1 invitation. Return 1. What does it mean by return 1?
Worth memorizing before we get swallowed up by the trees.
I should take a look at that map.
Yes, I should. The map displays key locations in the area in Nightmare territory.
I think I hear someone.
I'm not walking over.
Damn, dude. Cauldron Lake's huge. Rental cabins and everything up the way there. Yeah, I want to see if I could go this way. If I'm able to wander around, like how open is the world to this game?
I need to go back. Got a case to solve.
Alright, so it's not gonna let me wander off that way. And I don't think I'm gonna find manuscript pages this early on in the game. I could be wrong. Oh god, I gotta hold it down. Okay, so it does allow me to run down here. Which is intriguing. Hey! Oh, cool. I just hopped off the ledge I was looking at. That was great. No, I gotta run all the way back around. I figured it would have been press A for some like lines of dialogue or, you know, something interesting. Ooh, what's that way? The way to Cauldron Lake.
The Federal Bureau of Control? That's a
Hey!
new one. Toxic volcanic gas, huh?
The FBC is an obscure branch. Only shows up for unusual cases.
Well, what's so unusual about volcanic gas?
Beats me.
See, I'm kind of glad I'm live
They
streaming.
really don't want people coming in here.
I'm glad I'm live streaming Control with this game, so that way I could get a little bit of side knowledge. The rarest wildlife in the Pacific Northeast. I finally made my way to Cauldron Lake. The fence was easy to climb over with the proper gear and skills, which I thankfully possess. Next goal, spotting the rare and elusive orange-crowned warbler. A little late in the season, but hopefully I can catch it before it begins its journey south. I've noticed intriguing behavior in the surrounding common bird life. They seem to be alarmed and swarm around the lake. No birds of prey nearby, but there are strange sounds carried on the wind. However, nothing I can recognize or explain. Huh. So, I want to go up here. Moved inland, foliage is stunning, must come back in fall. How to stop and sketch this gorgeous fine maple. Just at the way the beard hangs off of it. This is why trees are better than people. Speaking of people, saw some drunk guys staggering around the forest earlier, acting weird. Maybe drugs. Kept my distance. After I saw that weirdo guy, I decided to change spots again, moved up the mountain a bit. Found a fantastic overlook to camp at, but I'm more interested in the Alaskan onion grass. Invasive but edible and surprisingly tasty. Started hearing wolves or wild dogs or something like 10 minutes ago, but they sounded wrong. Rabies? Want to leave, but the sun is going down and my stupid phone is dead. Gonna hide in the tent and hope they go away. Something is really not right about this place. I don't think he made it. And the darkness, the hiss, whatever you want to call the entity that stalks Cauldron Lake, the AWE, Altered World event that stalks this place. Sorry,
Welcome
Sam.
back, Anderson.
I was doing detective work, thank you.
Hey, over here. Hey there. Agent Casey, right? Sheriff Breaker said you'd be coming by to take over
Agent
the case.
Casey.
You're half right. Anderson?
Saga Anderson. I'll be leading this case. Seems you already know my partner, Alex Casey.
Alex Casey?
Sorry about that, man.
Alex Casey is who
I'm Deputy
Wake wrote the
Mulligan.
books about.
I just figured that, you know, that, Federal agents right here, Thornton. My partner, Thornton, down at the crime scene. He's not what you call the sharpest axe in the shed.
Right here? What do you mean? Are they with you? Oh, shit! They didn't hear me, did they?
What can you tell us about the crime scene?
Tell them about the heart.
I was getting to that, Thornton. Well, we reckon there are some organs that are currently outside the victim's person when they should be, but you know, inside.
Sounds very professional.
Were there any witnesses?
Yeah, a couple out-of-towners. I wonder what they were doing sneaking around the woods at night.
Mention the city folk. It's pretty suspicious.
Not that we have anything against city folk, cried Thornton. But don't worry. Sheriff Breaker took them back to town a while ago.
I want to see the body. How do we get there?
Oh, sure, that's real simple. Just through the hole in the fence, down the hill towards the lake, around the old convenience store. You can't miss it. Everything's been closed since the area was fenced off. The store, the campground, all of it.
I wonder at what point Control fenced this area off for the AWE. Alex Casey. I'm 99% sure that's the novels that Wake was writing. Can I slide tackle? No.
Before we get to the crime scene, there's time to review the facts of the case so far. Make sure I'm seeing the clues clearly. The Mind Place. My version of the Mind Palace technique. To sift through clues and work the case. Building the Mind Place again for each case. Using each field office as a model in my head. The facts are on the board.
This is cool. It's like the attic for Wake. That is definitely a picture of Anderson. A young picture of me, or Anderson? Yeah. Maybe. I'm so confused right now. Am I confusing myself? Alex Casey. I think I'm confusing myself on names right now. Yeah, because I'm Saga Anderson.
Everything we know about the previous murders. Worth taking another look.
We're now free to navigate. Okay, cool. I was trying to navigate so I could learn. A series of murders have occurred around the town of Bright Falls. Finding the connections will help search for the killer. Slight difference in murders. Bloating, only commonality in bodies, but not cause of death. Chest trauma, exposure to water post-mortem. Two of the victims had bruising, some form of restraint, strapped or belted down. Most recent victim died of major chest trauma, consistent with 2018 victim. Hard to confirm due to condition of body. Bloating of the corpse is indicative of drowning, but only one victim was found in water. Victims. All victims reported missing in 2010. No other commonalities. Let's see what we got here. Ted Lane, dentist, stab wounds, bloating, bruising on the wrist. The victim was reported missing in 2010. Discovered in 2012, buried in a shallow grave. Found in Cauldron Lake 2018. Some organs missing. Predation. Stated the body does not match 8 years spent in a lake. Found 2 weeks ago. Chest wound was ruled as cause of death. Tattooing on the body is illegible. Piercy Wolf, store owner, bruising, heart removed, strange tattoos. Killer profile. Talk to someone. Postmortem tattooing of the body. Victim 3 was covered in illegible tattoos. A message from the killer. Apart from going missing in 2010, the victims have nothing apparent in common. Killer may be a sportsman or a hunter. Interesting. Map. Am I able to just leave the place, or do I have to actually hit the back button again?
I see you're already hard at work, Anderson. Close to cracking it?
We're just getting started. Let's head down the hill to the crime scene.
It does not pause nearby threats.
Fucking nature. Gives me a headache. There's too much sky.
Do you not like this sky, Alex? Dude, this game is...
Hey, Casey. You putting me in charge. Why now?
Look, Anderson, you're a better detective than I am. You've cracked cases that had the rest of us baffled. I don't want to slow you down.
Are you thinking of retiring? You know what happens to cops who say this is their last case.
Mm-hmm. Real funny, Anderson.
Go. Well, that way is the rental cabins. It's over this way. Chaos at Cauldron Lake. Rampage at the rental cabins. Unidentified man attacks vacationers in the dead of night. Sunday, idyllic evening of barbecuing and late night fishing was violently disrupted Saturday as a mysterious assailant attacked park visitors, causing chaos and destruction at the cabins. Wow, I cannot read right now. The incident left 3 people injured, one of which has been admitted to the county hospital. As to whether the attacker is still at large, Bright Falls police have yet to make an official statement, leaving local residents in a state of uncertainty. Witnesses to the crime were visibly shaken, one of whom stated, "1 minute we were laughing and wrote toast and some marshmallows, and the next we heard screaming coming up from the cabins. We don't know what was going on, so we called the police and started running in the opposite direction," said Kurt Mill. Another eyewitness, who preferred to remain anonymous, said, "It appeared that it's like he appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly my dog starts barking his head off, and this psycho guy comes crashing through the trees. Don't think I'll ever feel safe in the forest again." A representative from the rental cabins, who chose to remain anonymous, wanted to remind customers, if you have plans to stay in our lovely cabins later this summer, please get in touch with us, as we may need to rejigger some of the reservations based on the state of the cabins yet you have rented with us. The representative went on to further remind the guests of the wonderful amenities that can be found in their company's brochures on the website, which is real nice, state of the art. My nephew made it, and he's a real computer whiz. Little Sally Upton's whole family erupted in cheers when she won the big match this weekend. Was she playing soccer, tennis? No, in this brave new world that we live in, her family was cheering her on as she won a match In a game that exists only on the information superhighway, the game in question was Mega Baking Star, in which players compete to make the tastiest treats and sweets eats for their virtual judges online. Does a hike a day keep depression away? I would say so. It might be bright, sunny July, but it's never too soon to start worrying about the gloomy months of autumn ahead. That's right. In the grand scheme of life, those dead, depressing days are just around the corner. Have you been taking your vitamin D? Probably not. But for all of you thinking there's got to be another way, there's good news. Hiking has been proven to be incredibly beneficial to your mental and emotional health. So get on out there and just do it. Just don't forget a flashlight in case it gets dark. I wonder if that's the dog that went missing in the first game during the news, the radio announcer broadcast.
I'll be back in a second.
Roger.
I remember in the original Alan Wake, there's talks about that. I just want to break the lock. Ah, Mr. Alex. Starting fires is prohibited. Please do not feed the wildlife. Leave no trace? You know, in my day, I have seen a lot of really bad shit in these woods.
Stairs are out. You okay to jump down?
I'm not that old.
I don't know, man. That was a pretty big drop. Mirror Peak. The mighty mountain in the distance is no other than Mirror Peak, the iconic landmark overlooking Cauldron Lake. From the right angle, its beauty will be reflected on the calm surface of the lake, mirrored in all of its inverted glory. I don't know why, but I feel like reflection mirrored images have a theme in this, because that's how it started, was with the deer being reflected in the water. Give me 1 second. Trump on a Cheeto for good luck. Hold on. Murder happened way up there.
I think I saw something. It'll only take a minute.
I'll wait here.
Yeah, that's right, Alex. You wait back there. I literally would have ran the entire way back up to the original site. Listen, if there's one thing I love doing, it is exploring in horror games. Mortar Falls. This powerful feat of nature will revive the spirit as it does the surrounding nature. The churning, grinding waters at the bottom of the falls resemble a mortar and pestle, quite like the one the witch of Cauldron Lake is fabled to have used to travel through the night sky. Huh. double hop for the dream catcher up there.
Forest can be a dangerous place.
Not a bad place to get murdered.
If getting back to nature is your thing.
What is up with you two and your dialogue options? Alright, so that way was out.
Damn. Should have brought an umbrella.
I like the rain. The only thing around here that feels like home.
You think the local law had the sense to put up a tarp?
If they did, next coffee's on me.
Deal. Phone booth? What?
Try explaining it one more time.
Witch's hut? Witch's ladle?
I'll look around. See you in a bit.
Take your time.
Oh, I was planning to.
Can't go any further. Water's too deep.
Is that... Is that the cabin? Is that the cabin in the woods? Huh. More of the dream catchers. Although my AC's making like a winding, grinding noise. Damn it. Witch's hut. Let's go. Here lived the witch Cauldron Lake. Beware, her spirit may still haunt the place. Oh, that's nice. Oh, look at the giant cauldron. Intriguing. I find it fascinating how much it's actually letting me explore out here. Friday. Midge told me today that her family's moving away. This sucks. I haven't even told her that I like her yet. What's the point anymore? She said her parents want to get better jobs and get her to a better school in the big city. I guess that's fair. Who wants to stay in Bright fucking Falls? Sunday I told her. She said thanks. Fucking kill me. Monday. I snuck out last night again. Went to the big house by the lake. Instead of just watching it from here like I always do. Instead of just sitting around like I always do. Screw that. Anyway, something weird is going on down there. I'm going to find out what. Going to go back there tomorrow with better gear. I bet I can find a way inside that building. Take some photos. It's gonna be epic. I feel like that's the last thing he did. Cool, more batteries. See, I'm wandering around because...
Is that a kid's lunchbox?
Where? Where do you see a kid's lunchbox?
An Alex Casey movie lunchbox. Casey hates the endless jokes about coincidentally having the same name as a fake detective.
He hates those cheesy crime books. But he really hates the movies.
They made movies? I know things could get a little crazy around here, but if you ever feeling scared, just remember that Alan is watching over us. Manuscript fragments? Manuscript fragments can be used to upgrade weapons in the mine place. What? Okay. Remember that Alan is watching over us. So we finally do get a little reference towards Alan Wake here at Cauldron Lake, which is intriguing. This place is so incredible. Why did the entire vibe of the place just change for me? That was weird. Hello? I've seen her before in the first. There is no mystery in Cauldron Lake being named after its cauldron shape, and yet there are many mysterious stories about the lake. It being a gloomy doorway to the underworld, or of a witch whose cauldron the lake really was. The legend tells that when the affections of a local sheriff went unanswered, he accused the lady in question of having bewitched him. She was drowned, but her dropped ladle grew into a strange tree. Doors, as she was not before, she was one now, drowning him in the lake. Then she took out his heart and locked it in a box. With the heart, she would summon him for the lake to exact revenge on her behalf. Oh. Why do I not like being near this tree? You ever just really get close to something and feel like, oh, I'm probably gonna die here. The path is blocked by the tree. That is intriguing. Interesting. Alright, let's, I guess, continue on this way. We'll continue working our way around. So glad there's nothing spooky out in these woods. I feel like it'd be really cool to see people like out here, like some of the Taken, just lurking around out here. Not even attacking us, but just watching Anderson. Alright, UFOs and You, the ultimate guide to spotting unidentified flying objects. Writing this down in case it happens again and I forget. I get that feeling again. It hit me suddenly at 1:15 a.m. after I'd finished my Hummer on the porch of the trailer. I got in the car and drove, chasing it. Starry night, not much moon. As expected, it led me past Bright Falls to Cauldron Lake. I tried to find the right spot, the right emotion, the right thought, the combination to have it, all aligned to make it happen. Terrified it would, it didn't, not this time. Frustrated but relieved. Who's watching me? So, interesting, cold case. Are these supposed to be Easter eggs surrounding the box? How do you like the knitting hero? I had made it just for you. Manuscript fragments 3 now. There's obviously a base rumor I am not understanding in this general area. Because people are on the look for someone. Someone has already mentioned Alan, so has the tale of Alan Wake going missing in Cauldron Lake happened? Alright.
A creepy twig sculpture? Wonder what's inside. I should take a look around for a way to open this thing.
Confused, follow these steps. Wash hands, take chicken out of fridge, take a nap. He literally just gave me a step-by-step play, so let's walk into the house. So, wash hands, take chicken out of fridge. It's not the same. Okay. Wash hands. Okay. Wash hands. Let this be a warning to you fellow trespassers. They say the lake is a cauldron, something formed by an erupting volcano, or the sinkholes it leaves in its wake. But what if that's not true? What if it's something else? Something less natural and much more man-made, intentional. I say the lake's not formed, it's designed, and it has purpose. The lake is a hiding place. Beneath the calm surface lies a secret machinery ready to be activated at the press of a button. And the people with the button, they're in that big house by the lake preparing. I know it. First drawing waterline. Real caldera is made from a volcano lava. so we have the 2 triangles blank. 2 triangles, hourglass, left, right. Also, I will be the one to say this. Is that written in blood?
Hey there, Mr. Deer. You remind me of a dream I had.
I was expecting like an Evil Dead reference, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Let's do this. We have... Nope, 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 nope. Sink a chicken out of fridge and then take a nap. Wash your hands. I do this right? Chicken out of fridge. Oh, okay, so it is bow tie. Bow tie, hourglass, left, right. Look at me solving stuff. Haha! Don't take anything if you aren't one of the... Don't take anything if you aren't one of the trees. Screw you guys, I'm taking stuff. You gonna leave me resources? I'm taking said resources, buddy. Damn, Federal Bureau of Control really just locked this place down, didn't it?
Hello, this is Agent Anderson and Agent Casey, FBI. We'd like to come in and ask a few questions pertaining to an investigation.
The station heads are not currently available. Access is restricted without their permission.
Nice talking to you, too.
Let's, I guess, walk up this way. Regroup with Alex, Casey. So it's just a cool... I feel like it's hard to believe that it's just a coincidence that the names match. You know what I mean? For Alan Wake's book and in this
Need the key.
Did you get lost, Anderson?
Deputy Thornton, I take it.
Yeah, that's me. Mulligan told me you were coming the other way.
My bad, I went on an adventure spree. Collect. I just shoot the lock and then kick the door open? Notes. Some suspicious activity spotted. The fielder thought he saw movement in the bushes. Footprints around the area were found, but some were compromised by the fielder. Note to self, train the fielder. Tuesday, nothing to report. Some animals, regular hunters out after dark. Poachers, heard some gunshots. Not one of ours. Gotta keep an eye on these people. They could get more than they bargained for out here. Cauldron Lake convenience store. I doubt there's anything up here, but it's still nice to run through the forest, you know. Get Anderson's steps in for the day. Any coffee thermoses I have to collect, like from the first game?
Now this is the scene of the crime. We found him on the table. And we didn't touch nothing, you know, procedures and stuff.
Thanks, Deputy.
No tarp. You owe me a coffee.
Okay. Let's start by examining our guest of honor.
Does this
Sure.
fit the MO of the previous murders? Step 1. Examine the corpse.
I'm working on it.
Body is positioned on the table. Ritualistic.
You can place it in the caseboard inside the mine place.
Another
Yay.
body turns up just as we arrive in town. Coincidence?
Stop. You're not gonna wander around with your broken leg. Okay. Any question? Previous murders and Alex Casey lunchboxes.
Finding a Casey movie lunchbox out here can't be a coincidence. Another message.
Who left these? Wright Falls area. Cauldron Lake area.
Keep trying. Sure.
There we go. The note inside mentions Alan Wake. What the hell are these? Outside mentions making a knitting chest for me. How do they know I knit? Or maybe it's just a coincidence?
The killer left the
Morgan
heart right next to the
outside.
body. Bruising on the wrist from the cargo straps holding him down. Incised stab wound. Chest cut open. Heart removed.
Damn it.
Heart removed from chest. Strapped by the wrists. Definitely matches the previous murders. But this time the heart and the straps were left behind. More clues to work with. This makes 4 murders that we know about.
Goal 3, learn more about the victim, learn more about the killer.
Who is our victim? Who killed him? Need to find more clues. Multiple people were here. Multiple killers? Large amount of blood on the table. The victim died here.
So I walked in from right there. They were filming
Someone
it.
left in a hurry. Knocked the tripod over. Was it for a camera? Someone was drinking beer. They spent time here, waiting.
Intriguing. I really honestly love the detective work here. Federal Bureau of Control buzzer. Locked door.
Was he killed here, or brought here after? For display?
I just want to make sure I have everything that I need here. Alright, let's jump here. Killers. Heavy blood splattered on the table. Multiple sets of footprints. For later. For later.
Nope. Boot prints, indicating multiple killers. Quite the party. Any idea who the victim is?
Oh, I sure do. His name is Nightengale. He was FBI. He came to town about 13 years ago. I haven't heard a word about him since. Well, until now.
Nightingale? Robert Nightingale?
Oh, yes. You probably knew him. Brothers in arms. Oh, and sisters.
Oh my god, it was him.
So you knew our victim?
Well, I didn't recognize him in his current state. But yeah, I ran into him a few times at Quantico. Never worked any cases together. After his partner got killed in the field, he went off the deep end. Got the boot pretty quick after that.
Nightengale went missing 13 years ago. 2010.
The same as all the other victims.
Certainly fits the pattern. Makes me wonder what was going on that year.
Probably something this town wants to forget.
So what happened to Nightengale after the Bureau let him go?
I only know the rumors. Depression led to booze, booze led to paranoia. He got some wild ideas in his head, chased ghosts until he fell off the map. Guess he ended up here.
I bet there's more to that story.
But no happy ending.
If I remember right, he's the one that confronts Alan Wake in the jail cell.
I think that's it.
And then gets taken. The victim is Robert Nightingale. Yeah, I'm like 90% sure. You know what? I'm gonna pull up old footage
Robert
from the Alan
Nightingale,
Wake.
ex-FBI, came to Bright Falls 13 years ago.
I'm gonna trust you with this.
You're joking.
Agent Nightengale, your opinion would matter more if you were sober and if I actually believed you were here on official business.
Whoa! Get back in the cell, Stephen King. The only way you're leaving this place is over my dead... Wait a minute. I know this...
I got me a flare. He was taken by the darkness. I remember it.
They planned for the murder to happen here, passing the time with equipment ready. They were waiting for him. But why Nightingale? He's been missing for 13 years. Why here? Why now?
Victim came from the lake.
Profiling. Get into the subject's head. See what they saw. Feel what they felt. Use whatever I know about them to guide my intuition to a revelation. Piece it together. This mug always cheers me up.
Not the worst, Mom.
Nightingale was chosen as the victim. Why?
Flip the switch, it goes click. Lights are off. But somebody's home. Somebody's home.
This wasn't some random act of violence. This was a ritual. And Nightingale a component. They didn't see him as a person. More like a container for something. Agent Nightengale has been MIA for 13 years. How did he end up here?
Up from the lake that's not a lake. It's dark.
It's interesting to see this control-like cutscene play out, because the director, when talking to Jesse, has little instances
Robert
like
Nightingale
this.
came from the lake, before his murder.
Oh, I have another thing to read, right here.
The Mile High Strangler case. Proud of
Certificate
that
of
one.
Meritorious Achievement to Agent Saga Anderson. I like how she keeps little personal achievements, like, collected in her head.
The lake is connected to Nightingale somehow.
I want to walk around for a minute.
You know where to find me.
Casey, let's take a look down by the lake. Lead the way.
Sounds good. This way, right?
Right.
Well, okay. Well, I'll just wait here.
All right. Thank you, Sheriff Thornton. Hi, Sam. Let's go
This
this way.
one of your hunches, Anderson? Did something happen at the lake?
I think Nightengale came up from that direction. From the lake. Probably looking for shelter. Safety. They were waiting for him.
When you're ready, I'd love to hear what you put together so far.
Sure. It's not that complicated. Nightengale was out in the woods alone at night, possibly nude. The killers knew he was here, ambushed him, dragged him to the campgrounds, strapped him to the table, cut his heart out. But then they were interrupted by those witnesses, the Bookers. The job is unfinished.
That seems pretty complicated to me. What was this guy doing skinny dipping at this time of year?
Haven't figured that part out yet.
Mm-hmm. Lots of questions.
Lots of answers for us to find.
I didn't know trees got that big. Gives me the creeps.
There's a piece of paper on the ground.
Am I not gonna be able to read it?
Tracks. Barefoot. Nightingales? They come out from under the boulder.
It makes no sense.
It's a manuscript page. Even if it would end up hurting them.
A page full of text on one side. Not a printout. Written with a typewriter. Old school. Lines scratched out and edits added with a pen.
Mm-hmm. Like a manuscript. Page of a story. Killer left a message.
It's for us. The text is about us. The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightengale. And then there was the page they found. The first step down into terrifying depths.
Reading the words. These words felt like a message. Someone knew they were here. Someone playing a game with them. An invitation. How could they not accept? Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Someone's been watching us.
Playing a sick game with us.
You were right. This is right up my alley. Nightengale came this way. Either he dropped this page, or the killers left it for us. I should profile Nightengale about this page.
First things first, let's throw that piece of evidence down there.
I think he came from the lake. But his tracks make no sense.
Okay, we have all that booked up there. Walk back over here to profiling.
We found a page in the woods. A story about these events. What is Nightingale's role in this?
I carry his words close to my chest now. Inside, the awful truth. You must dig it out.
Something was put inside him. In his chest. I must find out what.
I really, really love how they're doing this. I also just found out, like, the other day that Max Payne was made by Remedy Studios as well. I did not know that. I like Max Payne. I played the first game when I was a kid. The movie was I like Marky Mark.
You made it back. Good. I hope you didn't get stuck in any of those big puddles. Crazy flooding down there, huh? Just like I said.
Oh, my manuscript pages go right here.
The victim was one of their own. FBI Special Agent Robert Nightengale, gone missing here 13 years ago. Now he had suddenly turned up, only to be murdered in a brutal ritual on the very day of their arrival. And then there was the page. This page, the first page that they had found, not the last. The first step down into terrifying depths. Secret truths trembling beyond the threshold. Reading the words, these words, felt like a message. Was a message. Someone knew they were here. What they were doing. Someone playing a game with them. Leading them on. An invitation. How could they not accept? The sheer audacity of this impossible mystery presented to them. Even if they knew it would end up hurting them.
Huh.
Found all I can here. Time to properly examine the body. See what I can find inside.
Casey, I think something's been put inside Nightingale's body. Let's tell the deputies to get the body to the town morgue.
Okay.
You heard that?
Deputy, I want the body taken back to town for a proper examination, ASAP.
Well, sure. But the coroner won't be back in town for another week after Deerfest.
Not a problem. I'll do it myself.
Oh, and Sheriff Breaker called to say he's got the bookers at the Oh Dear Diner in town. Oh, and I've got a key to the gate. It's a shortcut back to the parking lot just up the hill.
Thank you.
Thanks. Let's get the car, drive to Bright Falls, and talk to these witnesses, the bookers.
At the diner, right? I could use a cup of coffee.
Let's try that shortcut the deputy mentioned.
Sounds good.
Alright, let's go.
Seems like a nice town so far. Murders aside. Pretty woods. Cute lodge we got set up in. We should go for a hike if we get a chance.
Now you're just being mean, Anderson.
Deputies aren't exactly up to the task, but hopefully the sheriff will be more helpful.
Not a surprise about the deputies. Doubt they see much stuff this gruesome.
What's going on over here? No entry because the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Is this another...
A lunchbox again. Who's leaving these out here?
We're all in this together, hero. Have a heroic day. Interesting. Alright, let's run through this together.
Can't fit the clues all together yet. Heart removed, tripod, tracks leading to a dead end.
A tripod? For a camera? To record a snuff film?
Maybe. And why take out his heart just to throw it away?
To stuff in something for us to find.
Anything over here I could read? Nope. I wonder if this key opens all the doors that are like this.
I'm gonna go check something out. Be right back.
Got it.
Oh, okay, I already know where I'm at. We've checked out everything here. Come on, Mr. Alex Casey.
Here we are. Let's drive back to town and meet the sheriff at the diner.
Let's go to Bright Falls.
I can't get that manuscript page out of my head. I've never seen killers reach out so directly before.
Damn impressive work so far. With your technique, these hunches were moving fast.
I wasn't sure about taking a case so far from home, but I'm thrilled to be here for this mystery.
Deerfest again.
Need to swing by the lodge to get anything from the field office?
No, I'm all set.
I'll park there anyway. I want to walk to the diner, get a feel for the town. The diner's just up the waterfront. Shouldn't keep the sheriff and our witnesses waiting.
I smell coffee.
So nice to be back in this town. But everybody, I'm gonna end this episode here. I really hope you have enjoyed the first episode of Alan Wake 2. I'm really loving the whole detective aspect of this game. This is really fun. I like having to solve mysteries and look for clues and be a little bit intuitive. I wish there was a little bit more of like I could guess the wrong thing to it. Like when you're when you're in the mind place and you're observing the two things to get into the victim or killer's perspective and you had to choose one or the other, a ritual killing, a random murder. Like I wish you were able to pick one of the two and it had to be that instead of being able to look at both options. But this game is very intriguing so far and I'm really excited to jump into it. As I stated at the beginning of this episode though, if you missed anything in the Alan Wake universe, check the in-screen annotations. They will all link you to an Alan Wake game of some kind. Again, the bottom left takes you to the first game, the remastered version. The upper left takes you to the kind of spin-off sequel, Alan Wake's American Nightmare. The upper right takes you to a spin-off called Control, which is about the Federal Bureau of Control, the people that had the Cauldron Lake area here quarantined off. I am live streaming that game as I record out this. It is my goal to beat Control before I beat Alan Wake 2, so it'll be like 2 streams per recording is what I am aiming to do. But we'll see. Bottom right for right now is to subscribe, hit the bell icon to be notified when videos come out, and I will see you in the next video. Toodaloo, everybody.